Now, you know, sometimes you pick up a newspaper and you think, where on earth did that idea come from? Well, this next one is just like that. Our next guest has designed a fascinating model of Great Britain made completely out of, wait for it, sweets. Here it is. Here's the map, and here's the man that made it, Paul Baker. Welcome to the programme, Paul.
Thanks.
Where on earth did this crazy idea come from?
Well, it wasn't my idea. I was asked to do it by Taverners, Traditional Sweets. They did a load of research and they worked out regionally what everybody likes to eat. So up in Scotland, you just love your licorice here, you love your caramels. Down in Cornwall, it's wine gums, it's jelly babies, and it just is a really good, fun thing to do. I'm an expert in all the regions, and I know what they want to eat.
And then when you got to Ireland, presumably you had a lot left.
Yeah, no, that's just a generic green.
Are they lime and chocolate? Is Ireland lime and chocolate?
Yeah, spotted, yeah.
Okay, and do you smell that licorice coming over?
You can smell it, actually. And what we're loving about this is, from the bottom up, I mean, there's all the landmarks that make up the country down there. You've got Tower Bridge down there.
Yep.
You've got, what's that? There's Stonehenge next to it.
Stonehenge here, yeah.
Yeah, take us up the map.
The jelly babies,
We've got a Silverstone here with, there's a few dolly mixtures, there's wine gums on that racing car, licorice all sorts. As we go further up north, that's self-evident, I think, that's some humbugs and toffees, the Angels of the North. That's my favourite, I absolutely love that. I want them to commission me, I want them to do a huge, great big one, massive humbug, I'd love to do that. Behind that, you might not be able to see it, is Hadrian's Wall from Dolly Mixtures. Slightly scaled down because it's much longer and there's more towers than that. To Scotland here with all your lovely caramels and the licorice, and we've got Nessie here, made from fruit pastels and hard gum.
Nessie's very good.
Nessie, love that.
That was my favourite. I absolutely love doing that one. I'm not just saying that for the camera, and that really was.
So how long did it take you to do this?
Longer than it should, Stephen, longer than it should. I think I estimated about a month. It took me 2 months in the end.
Really?
Because I wanted to get it right. You know, it's a sculpture. It's not just well, it is a commission, but it's not just something to throw around and just take a photograph, finish with. I wanted it to last, as long as the sweets last, as long as it doesn't get too warm, which is, actually, it's a funny story, should I say. When we had our summer back in May, and it was hot,
Those 2 days, I remember.
Yeah, well, I had about a week in London, and a lot of melting sweets. I had to dig them up, clean the board down, replace them. If you notice, a lot of the sweets have got wrappers on. Here, got sweets with wrappers. Here, a lot of the caramels, chocolate ones, they don't tend to melt when they're in the wrapper, they're protected. So,
well, you're pretty safe in Glasgow. It never gets warm enough.
Yeah, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot, and then that it might be finished then. But as long as it doesn't get too warm, if it's kept in a good condition, like this studio, nice and cool, it's fine. It'll last for ages.
And of course, it's not just sweeties and food you work with. You've had lots of work. You've had a garden made of plasticine for the Chelsea Flower Show, which won an award.
We won the People's Choice Award at Chelsea Flower Show.
Yeah.
We made a full-size garden with James May for an upcoming programme, and it was everything made from plasticine: trees, bushes, flowers, and it was very interactive. We worked with schools. We worked with just volunteers come and work at the workshop.
So what we're seeing at the moment, all of this is made out of food?
Yeah, this is work I do with Carl Warner, who's a photographer who does foodscapes, and all that's real food, basically, and it's a real double take. It's like, oh my God, it's real food.
Yeah, so what is in that? What's in that picture we're seeing?
What isn't it? There's a broccoli forest, there's sweet corn fields, there's asparagus fields, it's gone now, but the spire made from a carrot on the church is made from cheese.
Amazing.
I think the clouds were probably mozzarella balls or something like that.
Very cool.
It's, I mean, Carl is a friend of mine, Carl Warner. They're his babies. I work with him as part of his team. It's great work.
Is there anything you're itching to do?
There's lots of things I'd love to do. I'm actually trying to get off the ground some sculptures for the Olympic Park. I mean, while I work in London, I drive past it every day. I'm watching it going up, and I'd love to put these huge sculptures of javelin throwers and various other athletic events. So they've not come to me. I'm trying to get them interested.
What we're seeing just now, Paul? What's that?
That's my Unilever pasta boat. That's made from tagliatelle, and the balloon part of it, which you might not see here, is made from ravioli, and it's filled with all real vegetables. And it was a promotion for Unilever, which was again Carl Warner job.
And there goes one of the... your kitchen must be absolutely amazing. It's either empty or it's full, I suspect.
Yeah,
probably.
Exactly. I've nicked everything because I've got it on the shoot. There's no tools there, and I'm using my chopping board. Or the shoot's finished and we've got all this produce that's got to be eaten. You know, it's real stuff. There's nothing wrong with it just because we photographed it or filmed it. So yeah, and a lot of my friends get a lot of freebies as well.
What's going to happen to this eventually? Because it is spectacular.
You've got your eye on it. I think.
Kind of have,
what is going to
haven't I?
happen to it?
Well, I'd like to think some rich person's going to come along and buy it off me for millions. It's not mine. It's been bought from me. It's commissioned from me. But they can ask me to do another one if they like. But I'd like to think it'll last. If it's kept in a good controlled temperature, air-conditioned room, it'll last forever. A big frame on it would look fantastic.
It must be pretty tempting for you, though. I mean, if you're making that, did you have a few yourself? Did you have, like, you know, extras as well?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it in, but I did, yeah, they sent me boxes of stuff, and when I ran out, I asked for more. And they were very nice. They sent me my favourites that aren't in the map, some really nice marzipan liqueurs. But yeah, I was eating them for about 2 months.
Perks of the
You
job.
kind of just want to lick it, don't you? Just to make sure that you can
We'll do that in the break.
Lovely to meet you. Sweetie Marta?
Yes, absolutely.